Hello children, today we will study second chapter of moral science, that is duties to our motherland. So open page number 8, chapter 2, duties to our motherland. Motherland means our country, that is India. So when we take the name India, means the feelings of love and devotion to our country comes in our heart, right? So today we will study in this chapter what are our duties, what should we do for our country. So let's start. The name India must arouse feelings of love and devotion in every Indian who loves his motherland. All Indians are children of Bharat Mata, hence brothers and sisters. Growing up in this big home of ours requires love for one another, respect for elders, sacrifice of self-interests, hard work, sincerity and truthfulness. So children, when we say the name India, the word India, so what it arouse means to awake a feeling, okay? It arouse the feeling of love and devotion. Devotion means what? Love and loyalty towards a country. So it aroused the feeling of love and loyalty, devotion in every Indian, in all of us, towards whom? Towards our motherland, that is India. All Indians are children of Bharat Mata. We say na Bharat Mata. Mata means what? Our mother. So we all are children of our motherland, that is Bharat Mata, and so we all are related to each other. We all are like brothers and sisters. So we should be united. Growing up in this big home of ours requires love. So when we are related to each other like this, so we should have the feeling of love and care for each other. We should respect our elders, means irrespective of any caste, creed, anything, we should have respect for our elders. Sacrifice of self-interest. Sacrifice means what? To give up for others, okay? And what should we give up for others? Self-interest means something which is one's personal interest or one's personal advantage. So we should not only think of our own advantage, of our own benefit, but we should also think for others. So we should sometimes give up our own personal interest for others. Hard work. Sincerity. Sincerity means what? Not to pretend. There is no pretense. Okay. Originality should be there and sincerity should be there in ours. And truthfulness. Truthfulness means the fact of being true. So these are the qualities which we should have in ourselves. We should cultivate these qualities in ourselves. We should love and respect each other. We should respect our elders. We should sacrifice our own thing sometimes for the benefit of others. We should be hardworking and we should be sincere and truthful. Very often adjustments have to be made to make life worth living for all. Sometimes people have to fight for their genuine rights. So sometimes there has to be some kind of adjustment. It has to be done to make our life worth living. Worth living means to be sufficiently good enough to live in. Sometimes people have to fight for their genuine rights. Genuine means authentic, okay? Means that is truly what something has said to be. Genuine means that is correct. So for our genuine rights, we have to fight for ourselves. For these things, political parties, trade unions, student unions, and many associations resort to meetings, rallies, protests, etc. to express the urgency of their demands. So to meet means to, as I said, that sometimes we have to fight for our genuine rights, that are our authentic rights. So to get it, we have to fight for these things. It's written political parties, means many national leaders, or trade unions. Trade means business, okay? So the group of workers that work in a particular business, so they also come together for their rights. Sometimes if they want something and that is not given, and which is genuine, which is their right, and they are not getting from their boss or something, so they come together and they unite and they fight for their rights. Same with student unions, like when students come together and they want something from their college or from the education department, so they also fight for their right. So, and many association means what? Organizations. Resort means they adopt, they go for the to meetings, rallies when we come together for something. Okay, when we come together on a street for means like julus and all, that is all rallies. And protest means going against, like if something is done to you and you don't want that thing to happen to you, protest. Okay, so that is going against something. To express the urgency of their demands. Urgency means the importance of their demands. So sometimes what it is saying, that we have to fight, we have to come together and we have to fight together for our rights. Sometimes social workers organize awareness programs to make poor and illiterate people aware of their rights and duties. Social workers means what? People who help others for their benefit. They are social workers. So they organize awareness programs. Awareness programs means what? To make people know about something. Okay, to make people know about particular thing, that is to make them aware. So these social workers, they do these kind of awareness programs to make poor and illiterate means who are not educated, uneducated people, aware of their rights and duties. So when you go to village and all, there are people who are illiterate, poor, they don't know what their rights are actually. They have the right to education, they have the right to vote, they have right, so many rights they have, but they are actually not aware of, they do not know this. So these social workers, they go to means interior areas in villages and all, where people are not aware of their rights. So there they organize such awareness programs, the camps are organized, and there they teach these people who are not aware, and they make them aware about their rights. Every Indian has the right to get food to eat, water to drink, clothes to wear, a house to live in, right to education, as well as medical treatment. So these are the rights that every Indian has. What are these? Obviously, we have the right to eat, water to drink. It's not like only some class of people will get water to drink and the lower classes will not get. No, water must be available to each and every citizen of country. Clothes to wear, everyone should get clothes to wear, it's their right. A house to live in, everyone should have the this house to live in, small, big, no matter what, but everyone should have a roof above them. Right to education, everyone has the right to study. It's not like only some particular class will study and another class will not study. No, every child has got the right to study, as well as medical treatment, and nobody can stop anyone to go in hospital and take the treatment. Everyone has got the right to take medical treatment. So these are the rights which people have, and they should know. And how they will know? These social workers help the uneducated people or the poor people to know their rights. Construction of roads and many other public utility services are taken up by the government for the welfare of people. But often these privileges do not reach common man because of the carelessness and lack of concern on the part of some officers. So construction of roads, like means proper roads should be there everywhere, even in the villages there should be proper roads. And public utility services means the organization that maintain the infrastructure for public service. So that is public utility services. So government plan these kind of services, road construction, for the welfare of people, for people's benefit, for the convenience of people. But often, many times, these privileges, these advantages, do not reach common man. On paper it is passed that yes, the roads are built and these buildings are constructed, but actually it doesn't happen, because the government itself cannot go village to see it. When in the paper it is okay, then it's okay, but actually what happened, this advantage do not actually reach the common people, and it not happens in the reality. They don't build the road, they don't build the toilets and all. They say now so many toilets are built in the villages, but they actually don't build. They just write on the paper and show it to the government. So it is because of the carelessness and maybe greediness of and lack of concern means they don't worry about the needs of common people. And so some officers who are corrupt, they don't actually do this in reality. Rights and duties go hand in hand. Hand in hand means connected, means the rights and duties are connected. We all are connected to each other. The right of one person becomes the duty of other persons. If I have the right to live, it is duty of others to let me live peacefully. Every citizen expects his country to give him protection. So it is the duty of the state to give him protection. So it's saying that we all are connected to each other. If I have the right to live, the other person should let me live peacefully. Similarly, if you want to live peacefully, I should let you live peacefully. So everyone in the country means expects their government to protect them. They so that they should can live independently and peacefully in their country. Thus, as a good citizen, it becomes my duty. So what is, as a good citizen, what should be a duty? First and foremost thing is to respect and honor the national symbols. What are national symbols? The national flower is lotus, the national animal is tiger, okay, national game is hockey. So whatever the national symbols are, we should respect them. To work for the unity and prosperity of my country. Prosperity means flourishing financially, okay, the financial status of the country should be good. So we should work for the unity. How we will work for the unity? Obviously, when we are mature enough from the mind, we should not treat the people according to their caste or religion or their class or the status. Irrespective of all these things, we should be united. We should treat everyone equally. And prosperity of my country, we should work hard so that we can make our country financial good. To defend the honor of the nation at all cost. Defend means to protect, and honor means respect. So we should do everything to protect the respect of the nation. Our nation should not go down at any cost. To love all men as brothers and sisters, and we should love each other. We should not develop hatred for each other. Then only our country will flourish. John F. Kennedy, during his first speech as President of the United States of America, said to his fellow citizens, ask not what the country can do for you, but ask what you can do for the country. Yes, we should not expect that what our government is doing for, obviously government is doing its job, but what are you doing for the country? As a good citizen, what are you doing? So how can you help the country? You can, obviously you can make your country by doing little things. You can help in the development of your country. You can make your country clean by not throwing litters here and there, throwing the dustbin. You can make your country green by planting trees in your house or in your surroundings. So you can make your country clean, you can make your country green. You can make your country live peacefully by not fighting for small things. So in this way you can help to make your country in the development of your country. Great men and women of the country who laid down their lives for its freedom and prosperity taught us this lesson through their lives. and they served the nation selflessly and asked nothing in return. So the people who sacrificed their lives for the country, and what did they teach us? They taught us that we should work selflessly, means we should be unselfish, and we should be concerned more about others than our own benefits. And you should do the means good things without expecting anything in return. So these are the things that these great people taught us, and they also sacrificed their lives for the country. So in this way only we can make our country to prosper. We are fortunate to be born in this country of Vedas. Fortunate means lucky. We are lucky that we are born in this country of Vedas. What are the four Vedas? It is Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. The Vedas are the ancient scriptures of India. Scriptures means what? The sacred writings, the religious writings, that is Vedas. So we have these ancient Vedas in India. Many saints, poets, writers were born here, and they became the source of intellectual and spiritual knowledge to the whole world. So these saints, these poets, they were born in India, and they became the source of intellectual. Source of intellectual means what? Source of understanding, source of reasoning. Okay, that help us to understand, they help us to think, that help us to reason. And spiritual knowledge, again it's related to religious beliefs. Okay, so they help us in this way to understand the whole world, to have the spiritual knowledge, or to have the religious belief of the to the whole world. India today is a gift to us from our forefathers. Forefathers means our ancestors. India of tomorrow will become what we make it now for the future generations. Obviously, our ancestors taught us something, and what we are doing today, that will be learned by our future generations. So whatever we are doing today will be inherited by our future generations. Let us give them the best. Let us do our duty and work for the progress of the nation. So we don't want to give bad things to our future generation, right? So we should do our best. What we will do today, they will learn the same thing. So we should do our best so that we can give our best to our future generation. So we should do our duty properly, and we should work for the progress of our nation. So children, this is about duties to our motherland. I hope you have understood the story. Thank you.